We are currently standing in front of the Eden Valley Mill, which has had various names over the years, but Eden actually began in this area. In 1809, our first settlers came and they actually established a homestead farther up the creek, but where we're standing now is the site of the very first mill in Eden, which was built about 1817, and there's been a mill here ever since. It's not operational anymore, obviously, but at one time, it, as the sign says, you know, they produced lumber, baskets, shingles, feed, and flour, and all the farmers brought their grain here to be ground. We have one of the original millstones still inside, and a couple of buildings down is what is the old creamery, where they used to make Valley Velvet ice cream. That was more in the 1920s and the 30s, so that's not quite as old, but this mill is very, very old, and a lot of people, particularly Gary, who you're going to meet in a few minutes, had a lot to do with saving it.
Do you mind if I take a look inside?
I hope you will. Gary's going to wait for you right there.
Okay. Thanks. Gary, this place is truly amazing. The smells, the sights, takes you back to the early 1900s.
Oh, easily. Isn't it great, though? I mean, it's a beautifully preserved mill and lots of history here, for sure.
It's amazing to think about the men and women who spent their time working here back in the day. This was a busy place. It may be quiet now, but it wasn't the case back then.
It's a center of activity for the entire area. That's everybody gathered here, met, everything centered around here.
You have played a key role in keeping this place alive. What does it mean to you to be able to see this mill standing to this day?
Well, it's sort of a bug that bit me years ago, and I can't say what caused it, but it's just something that I find very exciting and rewarding.
Once you step in the mill, you realize that some of the equipment is still here from practically day one of which is in front of us right now. You're telling me this is a scale? Correct,
yeah. It definitely was the center point of activity as the feed came into the mill. It had to be weighed, and obviously that's how they determined what the amount owed was.
Now we see it says Buffalo Whiteman Brothers. Do you know the history behind this?
Not a whole lot. No, I haven't researched that, but I'm sure it has a good amount.
Yeah, the rest is still unwritten. Every time you walk in here, you're learning something new.
For sure.
From the taste of the corn to the sights of the mills and to the sounds of this musical instrument. Makes me feel like a kid again. Welcome to the home of the original metal kazoo. And this is the place where it all started. This place has everything. And this eagle's quite cute. Look at that.
Hello, welcome to Kazoo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm good. I couldn't help myself but to shop. I'm always shopping, but I thought this was a kazoo factory.
Well, you're absolutely right. We not only have this beautiful gift shop, we have a museum and the kazoo factory.
Do you mind if we check it out?
Oh, certainly. It's right back here. We'd be happy to show you around today.
Oh, goody. Lead the way. So this is where all the magic happens.
Yes, it is, and it's been happening since 1907.
This has to be Western New York's best kept secret.
Unfortunately, it really is. We'd love for everyone to know that we're here and that we're still making kazoos on a daily basis.
Okay, so let's talk about when this all started. Back in the day, what year?
1907, the factory was built. And when it started, it was a sheet metal plant. So they didn't make kazoos here. What they made were stove pieces and peanut vending machines and other interesting metal objects. But by 1915, 1916, they wanted to start making metal kazoos. Up to that point, they'd all been made out of wood down in Macon, Georgia. So they brought that manufacturing up here and started making kazoos, converted these terrific machines, and have been making kazoos ever since here.
So how was this factory powered back in the day?
Well, because of our location so near to Niagara Falls, it's always been powered with electricity. The entire factory runs on one 10 horsepower electrical motor.
And how many kazoos do you make a day?
Oh, everybody asks that question. I have to be honest, some days we don't make any. What happens though is every day though we make all the parts.
Unbelievable. And it's amazing to think, how many parts make up this musical instrument?
That is our newest kazoo. It's called the Corn on the Cob, very appropriate for Eden.
Karen, thanks for having us this morning. This was so fun. You learned something new.
Thank you for coming to Kazoo, and make sure you keep on humming.
Oh, we will. We will. Eden is full of rich taste and rich history, and now full of fun kazoos. Hey, you did pretty good.
Good job. Good job.